know what? We're going to make it simple. It's your boy Lionheart back at you again with another NBA 2K19 video. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Alright, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Andre Jordan. Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Doncic. Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Trevor Ariza out there with Ayton. And it's Brown in at the 1 spot. And stolen by Ayton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And now a look at DeAndre Ayton. This past month, he's really set himself apart. 15th in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Suns.
Well, I like the fact that Smith knows his strengths. I mean, he's a solid scorer and feels comfortable firing from here.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Brown kicks to Booker, 6 to shoot. Brown the pass to Holmes. Brown trying to free himself up, and he makes that one.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Smith finds Matthews. Back to Smith. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Yeah, Smith makes you pay when he gets inside. Despite not being that big, he's got a lot of game in the paint.
Suns leading by 11. Brown with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento.
And, you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Smith wide open. He fires. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Yeah, I tell you, he's got a great vertical. I mean, this guy can bounce and dunk easily. Always a luxury to have a point guard who can throw it down on you when he needs to.
Here's Brown. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Makes it off the glass. Brown's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Smith. No good off the front iron. Phoenix leading by 15. With his first shot attempt, and there's Booker on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
And, you know, Greg, to me that's baffling. I'm not sure why they didn't do some dine-in eating. Go inside and eat instead of.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to Sacramento.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Here's Brown. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
To the middle, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
You know, for the Suns, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same result.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end, really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Brown the pass to Holmes. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Holmes. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Brown against Smith. Left side, Brown. Measuring with the rebound.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
43 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Smith. That's tipped. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Measuring with the steal. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 14 points.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool to watch this guy be in this kind of a zone. Dennis Smith, amazing at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Ariza with the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing. Greg, you know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Well, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game.
Brown against Smith. Brown kicks to Holmes. Shoots the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Got to respect the long-range shooting of Ariza now. A capable shooter from downtown. Watch out.
And so it's Phoenix taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Right back after this break.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Doncic and Matthews, the 2 and the 3. Measuring is out there with Dwight Powell, and it's Barea in at the point guard. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, insanity in their last outing against the Kings made a big difference. He ended with 16 points and did a lot of work at the foul line as well, drawing fouls and knocking down his free throws. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Nice work, David. Thank you. His contribution in that game was a big one.
And whenever he's that effective, it makes them so much stronger as a team. Doesn't have to do it all, but it helps when he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Greg, and that's what he'll be trying to do again tonight, in my opinion. Maybe not go out there and dominate, but put his stamp on as many different areas of this game as he can.
There's something timeless about a star tandem, Clark. Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq, Steph and KD. What's needed for guys at that level to play together and coexist?
I think the biggest thing is an appreciation and respect for one another. I mean, that to me is the beginning point of coexisting at a high level, because you're going to have some friction, you're going to have some disagreements, but all of that can be put to the side when there's great appreciation and respect for each other and a real focus on what we're trying to get done. You get that in place, then the talent will rise to the very top.
To the inside, and Ayton the bucket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
A floater, and Barea finishes inside. Barea's got his first basket of the night.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mavericks trailed by 19, and the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, you know, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
Free throw good, Booker. 1:12 left now here in the second. Smith against Brown, down low. And Matthews kicks to Doncic. Back to Matthews. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. .54 seconds left in the first half. Here's Smith.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter. Surprising after his great start.
It's Brown with the drive, and the basket is good. Holmes got 6.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
Brown against Smith. Brown down low. The Mavericks pull it in. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The shot's good from Smith.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense.
And so it's Phoenix riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting here in the second. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for Jordan. Mike Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Matthews, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Smith. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Richaun Holmes out there with Ryan Anderson. Then it's Lee. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Brown in at the point guard position. It's hauled in by the Suns. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his 2nd decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume 3-point shooting big man. He enters the back 9 of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
And now the Suns, a fast break. Lee's running. The pass to Holmes. Measuring with the steal. Brown against Barea. Banked in off the glass. Barea's got 9 points.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Here's Brown. It's blocked. Doncic kicks to Barea. To the middle. Here's Mesri. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 5 assists in the game. Phoenix leading by 17. Brown inside, guarded by Barea. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Courtney Lee. How's the last month of basketball been for him? 3rd in free throw shooting. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, 3rd best right now in the NBA. And he's earned it. Here's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Courtney Lee.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Back to Brown. It's stolen by Barea. Matthews goes in to the paint. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Here's Doncic. He has 5. 5 to shoot over Ariza.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Doncic, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff. Thanks. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. Good on the shot. Barea's got 9 points here in the second half.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
Kept alive. Brown feeling it out a bit. Goes back up. No good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Barea with it. He's picked up by Lee. And Matthews kicks to Barea. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brown against Barea. Left side, Brown. It's stolen by Barea.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Ariza passes to Brown. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Barea. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Barea's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Barea is a fiery little guard who loves pulling up from anywhere on the court.
From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly.
No chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates.
And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 8-point game. They've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And it's Ariza in the corner. Lee outside. Outside Warren. Brown dishes to Lee. Clock at 6. Good on the triple. Lee's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Suns. Mavericks trailed by 11. Left side, Jordan. Inside, Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Brown, good.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Mavericks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Barea against Brown. Launches it. Matthews, no good.
And I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots.
Brown, good.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to Doncic. And Brown over to help. Doncic kicks to Barea. It's good from long range.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Powell with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. High, arcing shot. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Barea.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Barea against Brown. That shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Barea with it. He's picked up by Lee. Matthews, no good.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
Dallas calls timeout. One of the stories here, insanity, getting it done today.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now. J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he shifts these quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Well, wins like we saw tonight have not been easy for this team to get. So do you have a little more hope you can get back into the playoff race?
Yeah, we do, D.A. I know our fans have been losing patience with us. We kind of at that point where we can't sit back anymore. We got to be a lot more aggressive, get every win we can, and we just got to hurry up, get back to that top 8 before it's too late.
You got some time, but not a lot of time. This win will help. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.